is the network service of the NTA.
Yes, we started, revealing our cassava story yesterday on the show, and it was quite, engaging because we got to find out different aspects of cassava and how it's been produced, the way we consume it, and what we can do differently in order to fully maximize the potential of cassava crop in the country. And you all know that we are the largest producer of this, product in the entire globe. And I'm not sure if we have actually understood the value of this product, because there's so much we can, achieve from this product. Because today we still import wheat, and then at some point I know that bakers were encouraged to infuse 10 to 20% of cassava flour in the mix of bread production, but all that is still in the process. So we still have much to do as far as our cassava story is concerned in Nigeria. Welcome to the studios of Weekend Deal. It's always a pleasure to have you join us on the show. My name is Suleiman Babajiao Osman. Our next report comes from Ijoma, and then she's talking about the place of cassava in pharmaceuticals. Of course, you know from our previous reports that cassava is very vast. It's a product that can be, used for different ends made. So this certainly is one of them.
The pharmaceutical industry is one sector that uses modified starch from corn and other grains to produce medicine. In producing drugs, starch serves as a filler material and bonding agent for producing tablets in powder formulation. More so, pharmaceutical manufacturers in Nigeria that produce cough syrup utilize byproducts like crystalline and liquid glucose imported from Corn Products Corporation to manufacture syrup. Meanwhile, these elements are richly endowed in cassava starch, yet we import them.
For most pharmaceutical manufacture, maize starch is used. Reason why maize starch is used, find out that the formula of most of the drugs that we have are usually developed outside Nigeria, and they use those that they have relative capabilities of producing. And the industry that develop those excipients and those raw materials are different. So, but in Nigeria, there's no company, no manufacturer that produces pharmaceutical grade starch, whether maize, whether cassava, whether any sort. So it's only if government comes in, just as they did for rice.
Every year, tons of starch are imported into Nigeria by drug manufacturers to produce tablets, capsules, and syrup, irrespective of numerous research and certification that Nigeria's cassava starch can be a viable substitute for imported cornstarch in drug production.
In NIPRID, we have a pilot drug manufacturing unit for pilot production. I'm the coordinator of that unit. So when we do these productions, we have to run them as if you are producing industrially. We've done this with cassava starch, with our microcrystalline cellulose. And we found out that NIPRID is to do research and not to commercialize. So we've actually gone a long way in developing cassava for use for pharmaceutical manufacture of especially tablets and capsules.
Nigeria is the largest producer of cassava in the world, with an annual output of over 40 million tons, and the demand for starch is fast increasing. And one wonders, why are there no indigenous company investing in this gold mine of pharmaceutical grade cassava starch?
If maybe United States were those producing cassava, definitely you know that the world will be using cassava to produce their pharmaceuticals. So which means we have relative advantage of using cassava. But because no indigenous company or manufacturer or producer is producing pharmaceutical grade cassava starch, yet you find out that they still rely on importation of maize starch.
However, there are growing concerns over the safety usage of pharmaceutical grade starch.
For pharmaceutical manufacture, cassava starch is as good as any other starch, and we can use that. So it requires for us to start producing it ourselves.
As part of government support towards the development of cassava production, the Central Bank of Nigeria in November 2019 signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the Nigeria Cassava Growers Association and large-scale cassava processors to implement coordinated approach that would guarantee better yield.
You see, cassava itself has been developed and used for all those things that maize starch has been used for. Had it been, maybe we have a company, maybe an industry that is producing pharmaceutical grade starch or producing starch from cassava in Nigeria, you find out the byproducts, the fiber, can be used to produce cellulose, microcrystalline cellulose, which is even very expensive for pharmaceutical manufacture because it's used for direct compression of tablets. You don't need to follow many processes that using of starch follows. It can be used. And we've already done that research in NIPRID. It's on the shelf.